God, what's with that new girl? She never talks.
Yeah, she's so quiet. She's snobby. What a brat, thinking she's better than us. Yeah!
Don't make fun of the new girl.
What?
That girl might have social phobia.
Social.
Social phobia is a fear of being in social situations such as public speaking, eating in public, going to parties, or making small talk with people. People with social phobia are scared they might do something embarrassing or humiliating, so they avoid any social contact as much as possible.
Wait a minute. How do we know if a person has a so-called social phobia?
Well, Missy, there are many symptoms that show if a person has social phobia.
Whatever.
Some behavioral symptoms are stuttering, shortness of breath, pounding of the heart, and the biggest of all, blushing. A psychological cause is anxiety when being teased or made fun of. 7 to 13% of people in America have this disorder. They mainly start forming around the adolescent stages, but it can happen to children under 12. Social phobia is found equally in both men and women.
Oh, I think I'm starting to get it. But what causes social phobia?
There are many causes. The biological cause is the amygdala. This part of the brain controls your response to fear. People who have experienced social anxiety have an overreactive amygdala and underactive prefrontal cortex. A psychological cause is bad experiences as a kid. For example, a child might have messed up on a speech or been embarrassed in public. Since they've been exposed to these humiliating events, they are now scared to do it, and it carries on onto adolescence.
Okay, fine. But how do you treat it?
With therapy. The cognitive behavioral therapy is the most common. A therapist will first help people with social phobia identify the automatic negative thoughts that underline their fears of social situations, such as thoughts of, I don't have anything interesting to say, or I'm going to look stupid. With cognitive behavioral therapy, people can evaluate their negative thoughts and gradually change them into more realistic and positive thoughts. Another way is exposure therapy. When a person with social phobia is exposed to a safe and controlled social situation to help people's fear. For example, if a person is afraid of large group gatherings, a therapist may have a person pretend they are at a party. Then, using relaxation techniques, the person can imagine themselves in the anxiety-producing party until the fear begins to subside. Once they are able to imagine going to a party without fear, they may expose themselves to a party in real life. There are also medications. Some medications include antidepressants. Antidepressants are used because some people are depressed that they can't really go out with friends or do anything outside because they are scared. There are also benzodiazepines, a prescribed drug to reduce anxiety. However, because benzodiazepines are habit-forming, they are less often prescribed and only used for short-term use. Lastly, beta blockers. Beta blockers work by blocking the flow of adrenaline that often occurs during a stressful event. While they don't affect emotional symptoms of anxiety, such as nervousness, beta blockers control physical symptoms such as sweating, rapid heart rate, and shaking hands or voice.
Really? Do these medications really work?
Well, the success rate is about 50-50, and statistics show that about 13% of the people in the U.S. has social phobia.
Why is this important again?
Because many people often confuse shyness with social phobia. There is a difference. People with social phobia are worse. Social phobia is a kind of extreme shyness. Extreme to the point of avoiding social situations. Whereas shyness is just being scared, but they don't avoid any social situation. Also, by noticing the differences, it can benefit individuals by identifying people with this disorder. We can make sure to not put them on the spot or make fun of them. We might accidentally worsen it and making it harder to treat. Now, what you guys can do to help is to try to encourage them to be more comfortable with themselves. Also, just staying with them and being a good friend is enough. Encourage them to talk and reassure them that they don't look stupid. Chances are, What you say to them will impact them.